And now we move on to fight number 3, Pakistan versus Afghanistan. Please welcome to the ring, fighting out of Afghanistan, Emal, Sidiqi.
به نام یاد خدا. ایمال صدیقی هستم. من تن از ورزشکاران رشته مبارزات آزاد در وزن 57 کیلوگرم. این بار آمدیم متفاوت‌تر از هر بار دیگر در سازمان IFT با یکی از بهترین های پاکستان به نام اسد ورایچ در وزن 61 کیلو مسابقه کنم. انشالله آمادگی های تمام خود گرفتیم برات دیگه به امید یک فایت خونین و خشن انشالله.
He has a very tough task in front of him in the name of Asad Warraich. For him to have accepted this fight on short notice, Daniel, it speaks volumes. It shows that he's...
And his opponent representing Pakistan. Please welcome to the ring. Please welcome to the ring, Asad Warraich.
Assalamualaikum. Asad Warraich is here, professional MMA fighter, represent Pakistan in international tournament against India. I'm fully ready for this. मैंने 4 मंथ का ट्रेनिंग कैंप किया है, इसके लिए मैं फुल प्रिपेयर हूँ. इंशाल्लाह रिजल्ट आपको दिखाएंगे.
Official weight 61.2 kilograms. He fights out of the Karimi Warrior team and fights out of Kabul, Afghanistan. Emal Sidiqi. And his opponent fighting out of the red corner with an MMA record 5 feet 9 inches tall, official weight 61.2 kilograms. He represents AFG MMA and fights out of Gujarat, Pakistan. The killer shot, Asad Warraich. Your referee in the ring, Zaman Khan.
Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, Asad Warraich, an excellent striker, but his training partners, Bilal Hussain, Rafiq Afridi, they're excellent wrestlers and grapplers. So you can expect Asad Warraich to have a total and complete mixed martial arts game as we move on with the fight here now. Immediately to the ground. Emal Sidiqi takes it. Asad finds himself on his back.
I mean, the size difference is quite apparent, but Emal Sidiqi, like you said, wasting absolutely no time getting the killer shot on the ground.
Now we're going to see the improvements in the grappling of Asad Warraich. Like I said, his training partners, Rafiq Afridi and Bilal Hussain, are excellent, but he's having a tough time with Emal Sidiqi on top of him right now. And like I said, there's no fence. It's not a cage, it's a boxing range. And that is going to completely take these fighters by surprise, as they are right in front of us right now.
Fight started off quite fast, Salman. Asad, I feel like just rushed in a bit with that first strike, but now he's trying to go.
He has an armbar.
He doesn't have all of it, but he has extension on that elbow.
Oh, that's bending pretty deep.
Man.
That has to be it. It's very tight.
That looks bad, but Emal Sidiqi not tapping. Refusing to tap. Now he's getting back to the right side of. Yeah, that's okay. He's okay now.
What a warrior Emal Sidiqi got out of that. I saw that elbow hyperextend, Daniel.
Yeah, Yeah, it looked like it was going to pop out, but he held on just for the right amount of time and then circled out the right way. Good stuff by Emal Sidiqi. You can tell he's experienced, he's knowledgeable on the ground.
He's very high paced and very aggressive. He's doing a very, very good job on top here. Nice pressure by Emal Sidiqi. Asad Warraich trying to stay in this fight off his back, trying to bide his time.
Yeah, Asad needs to try to open that guard and get out of here, but easier said than done. In a lot of ways, the cage makes getting up off your back a bit harder because you don't have anything to post off of. But at the same time, keeping someone down is also tough. Asad taking a few heavy breaths there, Salman, not a good sign.
Yeah, he's probably winded, caught off guard, and he's a big hook by Emal Sidiqi, 3 of them. Asad doing a nice job of grabbing hold of that left arm of Emal Sidiqi. Emal Sidiqi returns fire with a right and a left. Overwhelmed right now is Asad. Emal Sidiqi just relentless. The pressure of Emal Sidiqi. And he's mixing it up very well, very nicely. He's opened up the left eye of Asad Warraich. Asad's bleeding now.
Complete another dominance so far from Emal Sidiqi. And now again he slams him back down.
Oh my goodness.
Not where Asad wants to be.
Asad getting pummeled right now by Emal Sidiqi.
The killer Jut is not in favorable circumstances. He's in dire straits right now. He's supposed to have an India fight. He's ended up with a killer from Afghanistan. A lot of people would say that is a step up in competition. But he took it with open arms, but he's paying the price for it now. Emal Sidiqi with a perfect game plan so far.
Very high level pressure, high level ground and pound by Emal Sidiqi, doing a nice job of controlling Asad. And again, without the cage, without the fence, it's really hard for the person who's on bottom to get back up on his feet. Because like you said, Daniel, you can't post off of anything. It seems we will be ending this round shortly with Emal Sidiqi on top of Asad. Shoulder strikes. Anything Emal can get, he's giving it to Asad.
10 seconds left in the round. And that is the end of the round. Emal Sidiqi, pillar to post. Absolute dominance, complete control. Asad Warraich not looking good here. But here's one thing. IFT 2, Pakistan versus Iran. Asad Warraich faced Hamza Ismaili. Round 2 starts, 3 seconds knocks him out. So expect Asad to come out swinging like he did in round 1. But that is a strategy that works sometimes and sometimes it doesn't. So I think the appropriate approach here.
Unlike last time, it was Asad who was dominant in the first round before he finished off Hamza Ismaili in the second. Asad most likely hasn't faced this much adversity.
Round 2 imminent, almost underway. Emal Sidiqi and Asad Warraich potentially going to go for 5 more minutes. Deep breaths from Asad. Emal Sidiqi immediately shoots.
Asad sprawls. Just like that, Emal Sidiqi back up on top. This is not what Asad Warraich wanted. He tried to sprawl out of it, but Emal Sidiqi did a very nice job of controlling the body of Asad.
Deja vu from round 1. Asad Warraich on his back, trying to turn so he can maybe sweep Emal, maybe get on top. It's a very tricky situation.
Very tricky situation indeed, especially you have Emal Sidiqi on top of you with the pressure that he has. It's just so relentless, so high pressure. Asad Warraich is definitely feeling that pressure right now. And he does a very nice job down now, Emal Sidiqi, of getting close to Asad. And then as soon as he finds that moment, he creates distance and throws strikes. Just like that. See the way he's sticking close to Asad Warraich. He gives Asad a sense of security. And then immediately he just posts off and throws those hard strikes from top. And he ate an elbow there. If I'm Asad, I'm thinking, what do I need to do? I'm trying to make different moves, and Asad did try that by trapping the left arm of Emal Sidiqi. But he's abandoned it now.
Asad Warraich needs to pull something out of the hat, and he needs to do it fast. Time is against him, and so is this offense that Emal Sidiqi has been putting on him. To be fair, we haven't seen a lot of Asad on the ground. I'm sure he has drilled this position a lot, but in a fight, it's different. Adrenaline is different. Your stamina works differently. Everything's different. And this is probably how Karimi Warriors team trains all the time fundamentally. Wrestle, 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 and ground and pound all the way. Khabib inspired, Afghan implemented.
Just very impressive, the gas tank, the endurance and stamina of Emal Sidiqi, who's been able to keep up this pace going into the second round of this fight. And Asad just seems lost at this point. He's not trying that much to get out of this position, or maybe he just doesn't know because of the pressure of Emal Sidiqi.
He looks tired. More than anything else, he looks gassed. He looks like he's out of his comfort zone. But he needs to know how to get out of this position if he wants to continue to climb the ranks. This is not a good look for the killer Jut, needless to say. Bilal Hussain in his corner, just scolding him.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. With Bilal Hussain as your training partner, Rafiq Afridi as your training partner, you would imagine that the grappling and wrestling of Asad Warraich would have drastically improved. But like you said, Daniel, we haven't seen Asad in this position a lot.
Just clean shots. They may not seem very hard on TV, but my God, in front of us, each and every shot that Emal Sidiqi is throwing right now does damage on Asad Warraich.
Asad showing some signs of life there, but Emal Sidiqi nullifies any attempt being made by Asad. Asad seems content with keeping Emal Sidiqi close to him, not letting him post off or create distance.
The problem is the more he stays in this position, the more he's going to get tired. And the harder it's going to be to defend a takedown if they do end up in round 3. This is his opportunity to get up. Emal Sidiqi motioning him to get up and then faked it and falls right back on top of Asad Warraich.
Emal Sidiqi is just so precise with his ground and pound. It's so impressive to watch. He's so young, yet he's so good right now. At his age, impressive performance by Emal Sidiqi. We will be going into round number 3. Asad Warraich shrugly going into his corner. You would imagine his corner man, Bilal Hussain, being very frustrated, who will also be fighting later tonight. Daniel.
Yeah, Zabastan also in his corner. The SAG MMA contingent. He really needs to pull something together here because Asad Warraich, like I said, one of the highly touted prospects in Pakistan. It would be a travesty, to say the least, to see him get dominated, virtually get no offense in this fight so far. He needs to really motivate himself, pick himself up, re-strategize, find that second win, do whatever he can to get back into this fight, because if he doesn't, it's going to be all she wrote for him here tonight. Emal Sidiqi doing an excellent job. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for tuning into IFT 3 Pakistan versus India. Daniel Nasir Mirza here all night long with you with the best color commentator in the country, Salman. But you are watching live on Geo Super. In case you didn't know, this is MMA in Pakistan. It is alive, it is well, and it is better than ever. And we're about to get underway with round number 3 between Asad Warraich and Emal Sidiqi.
Man, Asad is so tired right now. You can see it in his face. You can see it in his body language. The amount of sweat on him. Emal Sidiqi looks like he can go 5 more rounds. But we will be going now into the third and final round. Happening right now is Asad Warraich versus Emal Sidiqi. This is the bantamweight division. Referee Zaman Khan wiping down that sweat.
He's giving Asad a bit more time to recover. I think he needs as much as he can get. It has been a nightmarish 10 minutes for Asad Warraich. Deep breaths and a demotivated posture as he meets Emal Sidiqi in the center of the ring. 5 minutes to change the course of this fight. A knee lands as soon as Emal was coming in. Asad now landing, trying to do everything he can, gets his back. The crowd comes alive.
The crowd comes alive and Asad needs to make the most of it. But Emal Sidiqi, just beautiful, beautiful transition there. Ends up on top.
He had a moment of brilliance there. Asad Warraich took his back, but immediately Emal Sidiqi goes out the back door and gets on top of Asad again. Asad has his leg strapped here. Needs to create some space and get something going again, but Salman, the crowd, and we can get as excited as we want, but we know this is an uphill battle. Asad is really, really tired right now.
Really, really tired right now, and it seemed like that was his last hope, because Emal Sidiqi is just on top of him, controlling him, literally dragged him back inside the ring. He's just so powerful. He's so strong. And Asad, you would imagine if I'm him, at this point, what do I have left?
Whatever he has left, though, he needs to get it out of the gas tank and just use it, because this is make or break for Asad Warraich. 2 career pro losses is not a good look. Emal Sidiqi, like I said, virtually hasn't taken much damage apart from a knee and that elbow. But he's comfortable here. He doesn't even need his mouth guard. Zaman Khan puts it back in anyway.
Just like that, the way Emal Sidiqi just creates distance immediately after giving Asad Warraich a false sense of security by being close to him. As soon as he feels Asad's grip loosen up just a little bit, he posts off and he lands some hard bombs from top.
Emal posting up again, man. This position and this sequence, they've drilled so well. They go into that tripod stance. They control their opponent, start throwing some strikes. Asad Warraich needs to do everything and anything he possibly can right now. But Karimi Warrior team does not let up whatsoever once they have a head start.
Yeah, the Karimi Warriors team has been so impressive so far. They just won against Heather Sati, and now they'll take another big name into the bag, back to Afghanistan, and Asad Warraich if this fight keeps going like this.
Yeah, these are 2 household names in the next wave of Pakistani MMA, Heather Sati, Asad Warraich. And with ease almost, both of them might be handed losses tonight by Karimi Warriors team. Asad has a look of despair, hopelessness, this 1,000-yard stare. Not good for the Killer Jut. Not a good fight for him. This is going to be a night he would want to forget.
Yeah, man, because especially when he wanted to be active, he wanted to engage in the striking in this fight or have some chance, but Emal Sidiqi has just made it his own fight, and hasn't let Asad do anything at all. Asad's tried to land those hard strikes from bottom, but nothing much doing with those. Because it's not only the loss that would hurt Asad Warraich, it's that he wasn't able to shine in this fight the way he wanted to tonight. Look, just like that, he's dragging him again. That must be so demoralizing for Asad Warraich, just being dragged by your opponent wherever he wills.
Almost ragdolling him. Emal Sidiqi is a problem, ladies and gentlemen. You best believe you might see him again at IFT events in the future. But right now, Asad Warraich has learned the hard way not to take fights short notice against someone from Karimi Warriors team. Asad Warraich is now 0-2 seemingly against this team. Last 5 seconds, and that is the fight. Almost a foregone conclusion. Goes without saying, Emal Sidiqi, the better looking of the two fighters in terms of damage. Definitely the more energetic fighter. If logic dictates reason, we have a winner, and we know who it is, but we will be going to the judges' scorecard. Salman, not a lot to break down, but very important stuff to break down for you.
The most important thing out of this fight is the name Emal Sidiqi. Ladies and gentlemen, remember that one. My God, the performance that he put in here in this fight, so impressive. The way he was able to control Asad Warraich, who's one of our top fighters in Pakistan. And this kid comes all the way from Afghanistan, from Kabul, and he made Asad Warraich look easy. And that is not easy to do. Tonight, Emal Sidiqi will celebrate, and deservedly so, with another backflip. He probably needs to stop doing one of those. He might get hurt. But now we will now be moving on with the official announcements with Danya Nasser.
After 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges scored this contest 30-27 for your winner by unanimous decision. Fighting out of Afghanistan, Emal